Three, two, one.
You ready?
You're listening to the Real Pineapple Podcast Network.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. This is the Real Pineapple. This is your humble host Hunter here, and I've got another review for the Real Holiday series here for the one of my favorite holiday episodes, season 2, episode 10 of The Office, the Christmas party episode. So this won't be a long review because there's not a whole lot to talk about, but again, this is one of my favorite Christmas episodes. So as you hear a beer open, but so the episode itself, I don't know if you have ever done White Elephant or Yankee Swap, as they call it here, and I have a White Elephant story I'll tell near the end of the review. So the episode starts off with Michael, being Michael. The office goes ahead and gets a Christmas tree, and everyone's been told, hey, you're participating in Secret Santa. $20 is your gift limit. So go ahead and get, whatever you want for the person you picked. So Jim, of course, happens to get Pam, which, good luck. And one thing I will say about this, too, I love season 2, John Krasinski. This is before, he sold some good news, but this is pre that. But also this Jim just is clearly, he's in puppy love, and I find it really sweet. He really clearly cares about Pam and the gifts, the teapot being the main gift, but the gifts inside the gifts. I thought was actually a really cute, clever way to go ahead and really give the gift more meaning. Something that did trip me out watching this, BJ Novak is so young in season 2. I'm not saying he looks bad now, because you saw Inglourious Basterds. He's a handsome guy, but he looks so young here. He looks like he's almost a high schooler playing a temp. Like, it's kind of weird to see how young he looks. But Michael, of course, played by Steve Carell, wants to make sure that the office party is the bee's knees, that everyone loves it, that it's, over the top. And so, if you remember, and I want to say it's 2 episodes prior, the Halloween episode, he fired Devin. So Michael got a $3,000 bonus from corporate. God, I wish I could get a $3,000 bonus, but he wants to go ahead and make the party even more magical. In his words, he even says, "I want to be like a Playboy party," which is so disturbing. And the amount of HR calls Michael would get alone just off of this episode is rather ridiculous. But Angela is going ahead and trying to set up said holiday party, because of course Angela takes everything way too fucking seriously. I do love the bit where Craig Robinson's Daryl wants to borrow Michael's Santa hat for a couple hours, and Michael just keeps going, I don't want you. Like, you can't be Santa. It doesn't work. Which, if you're borrowing the Nancy Grace line of logic, Santa wasn't black, just the way it is. Neither was Jesus, even though where Jesus was born. But I love how this episode just descends so quickly into genuine madness. I love how they cut to Toby, and he got Angela for Secret Santa, and you see that he got one of those posters of kids, playing instruments like in their diapers. And I will say, I cannot, as someone who worked at a print shop for years, I can't imagine how incredibly awkward it would be printing that or buying that. So I actually felt some sympathy for Toby, because eek, what a really uncomfortable situation to be put in. But I love that Oscar got Creed, knows nothing about Creed. He thinks that he's Irish, so he just gives him a shamrock keychain. Kevin's my dude, because Kevin got himself for Secret Santa, and ends up getting himself a foot bath. And as someone who has a foot bath, I would highly recommend, if you don't have one, put some money into the foot bath. Well worth $100 for a good foot bath. So with Secret Santa, Michael throws everything into chaos because he gets an iPad or a iPod. Pardon me. I want to say this is second generation iPod, but so if you guys never had an iPod, first off, if you never had to know the struggle of having a phone separate from your media player, damn you, first off. But I remember I used to have my old Motorola phone, and I had a first generation iPod, those brick iPods that, you know, you could probably bludgeon someone to death with. Yeah, I had one of those in black, and I remember when they came out with colors for iPod. That was such a big deal. People were freaking out. God, our world is weird. But what I love about this is that Michael buys that iPod, $400 gift. Everyone else's gift is, you know, homemade and or at the $20 limit or below. And it's just really pretty insane how quickly this madness occurs because Michael couldn't keep his ego in check. Creed got Jim, and I love that Creed just went into his closet, in Jim's words, forgot that Secret Santa was a thing, pulled that number out of his closet and threw it in the bag. And he's not wrong. Like, I definitely have gotten some gifts before that I feel like that was a thing that happened. But with Michael getting an iPod, everyone wants the iPod because, I mean, who the hell wouldn't want a new iPod? I mean, I'll tell you right now, if they still made iPods, I would probably have an iPod because I would love to be able to leave my phone at home sometimes and just, you know, fall in and immerse myself in my workout or my walk. But that's not how the world works, unfortunately. But not only did Michael get this iPod, he left the price tag on there because Ryan even goes, like, this is a $400 gift. And Michael goes, oh, you don't know that. And you just go, Michael, come on, man. So the episode really gets, if there's anything seasoned like the earlier seasons of The Office do, obviously Michael's insecurities and his cringe, the amount of cringe that he can bring to any situation is really impressive. But I love the genuine dark implications that this stuff kind of has. Phyllis is so incredibly sweet and makes Michael this really nice knitted, handmade oven mitt. And you go, wow, that's actually a really sweet gift. I mean, I'll be honest, I need a new oven mitt now. So I was actually like, that's a really sweet gift. But Michael can't help himself. And so he just basically keeps shitting on Phyllis's gift, and it's really pretty fucking brutal to watch. And to see everyone else get gifts that were clearly not intended for that person, because again, this was Secret Santa beforehand. So us as an audience, we get that heartstring pull moment where Pam is sitting there with the teapot that Jim got for her and trades it for the iPod, and you go, damn, girl, like I get why you do it, but it's so unfortunate. Dwight goes ahead and his gift is 2 paintball lessons with him, and as someone who's never paintballed, I would actually gone paintballing. God, that was improper English. As someone who hasn't done that, I remember really thinking that would be a fun gift. I'd like to actually have someone teach me how to how to play. But it's pretty fucked up because Dwight ends up with the teapot, and Jim, rightfully so, goes, dude, I will buy this from you. I'll trade you. Like, what do I need to do to go ahead and, you know, get this from you? And Dwight won't buy it from him. He even tries to trade him the Shamrock keychain, and Dwight drops that beautiful quote, "A real man makes his own luck." Billy Zane from Titanic. That was something I got. A real man makes his own luck. Pardon me. I got a very, very hard laugh out of that. And seeing how Dwight is going to use the teacup to go ahead and clear his sinuses, he puts the the spout up to his nose and the look of disgust on Jim's face. You just want to give Jim a hug, man. It's really sad, but I was laughing rewatching this just a couple minutes ago. Getting my final thoughts. My biggest issue, it's not even an issue, it's just because I hate the character so much. Roy is such a piece of shit. And Pam even tells him, like, hey, I got this iPod. And he goes, oh, I didn't, I was going to get you an iPod, but now I don't have to. And she, asks him rightfully, so what are you going to get me instead? And he goes, oh, I don't know, probably a sweater or something. Ladies and gents, if that is your partner's first response, that is a fucking red flag. And the fact that she just lets that go, I know Pam I know Pam is not the confrontational type typically, but I was like, girl, does this not make you go, freak you out or piss you off? That was upsetting to me. We get a Todd Packer appearance, which I was happy with. I know that character can get old very quickly, but I think earlier in the show, they do a good job of using him sparingly in spots where I think he can get some laughs or just make you pissed off, which at the end of the day is pretty much what the character is supposed to do. So, I mean, this is a solid A episode. Season 2 of The Office, I still say, is the best season of The Office. I think season 3 and 4 do get close, but every episode in season 2 works for me on some level. It's just a matter of, how much I like the episode. So I really enjoyed this. It was really cool to revisit this. I'm probably going to watch some other Christmas episodes from The Office as I go to bed tonight, but absolute joy to watch this. But everyone, what's your favorite Christmas episode of The Office? Let me know in the comments. You can go ahead and like us on Facebook at The Real Pineapple. And don't forget to like our gaming channel page, Real Pineapple Games at The Real Pineapple. Don't forget to follow yours truly on the Twitter at JHunterRealPineapple. You can follow Scott on Twitter at Nearman1. And don't forget to like, rate, share, and subscribe. You can find us on Apple and Google Podcasts, Podbean, Stitcher and iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and TuneUp at The Real Pineapple. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. We'll have reviews coming up here for the Real Holiday series continuing. We'll have reviews coming up soon for Batman Returns, Muppet Christmas Carol, Elf, Die Hard, just to name a few. I'm going to have some trailer breakdowns on the Marvel trailers that they released for several of their Disney Plus shows, including Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, and the latest WandaVision trailer. I'm going to break those all down for y'all. And we've got some other stuff coming down the pipeline, as well as a review from my teacher, or a teacher, here in the next couple weeks once that wraps up. Everyone, thank you so much for listening. Please stay safe out there. Wear a mask. Take care of each other. Have a safe holiday, and we will talk to you soon.